Charleston White. What's your feelings about Charleston?
Yeah, he just super polarizing. He says stuff that I totally agree with and says stuff that I totally disagree with. A lot of the stuff about the content of rap music and the mentality of a lot of the rappers and a lot of the cultural figures, I've agreed with what he said. And then a lot of the stuff he said to where it's addressing people and like wishing the worst on them pretty much, like that part I disagree with, and a lot of the stuff he says spiritually too, I tend to disagree with. But
do you think that he's tailoring the message in the way that you would be? Because it's a different tailor, right?
Well, Charleston White has told y'all that he is being somebody that he's really not, because this is what y'all have shown him that y'all want.
And this is effective. When I spoke to him for the 4 hours, like, Charleston's my guy. We started long time ago when he was kicking out. Like, really, I'm one of the people that started the rapper talk. I just got cool with a lot of rappers and understood, oh shit, this is more complex than that. Because I used to be one of the ones like, yo, y'all dudes ain't really even living like that. How y'all? Me and Charleston White would run side by side. That's how I got the 4-hour interview long time ago when he first was kicking it. We would run side by side with that kind of rhetoric, He would go live and I would do podcasts. So it'll be a different field, but it'll be kind of the same message. But both of you guys, I would say, cater your message to be effective in this arena. Do you think that's what he's doing, or do you think that he's right in what he's saying to try to conform the message and make it effective, or under no circumstances do you do it in that way and edit it that way?
Right. I think that you need a Charleston White in the culture.
Right.
Somebody who, whether or not he even believes what he's saying, he gonna say the things that he knows other people are thinking. That's deep.
Yeah.
Whether or not he even believes what he's saying, he's gonna say the things that he knows other people are thinking. I think you need that in the culture.
Because he talks about spirit a lot. With you being someone that's heavy in faith, when you see Charleston, do you see a clean spirit? Do you feel?
I met Charleston once in person, backstage at an 85 South show in Dallas, Texas. So we got introduced either by DC Young Fly or by Carlos Miller, and that's my dudes.
Them my guys, man. Shout out to them dudes.
Big shout out.
Yeah,
like,
my family, them boys.
Chad, all of them.
Chad is my round.
Yeah. So you can't say round. You ain't from New Orleans.
Man,
so
please. I'm plugged down there.
Met Charleston backstage, got introduced, dapped each other up, and I basically told him, I literally did tell him when we took a picture, I said, brother, we say a lot of the same things. I just deliver mine a little different than what you do. But a lot of what you say, I really am glad that you're saying it because it's making people pay attention. Now, since then, his celebrity has grown, his star power has gotten bigger, and he's gone on to say other things that he probably hadn't said at the time I met him that I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, all right, bro. Like, you feel me? Yeah.
He pushing the envelope.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And, man, once it starts getting into, like, now you having a fight with fans who paid to come to your comedy show.
Getting slippery.
You Mason Soulja Boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the response is to laugh about the stuff and to poke fun at people. Now you turn it into a mascot, or like I call him, a character, and your persona has you being a prisoner of it. You're a prisoner to your persona that you've built, and that's dangerous. So I would caution Charleston to tap back in to who he was when he was just a local community activist in Fort Worth, Texas. Because his heart and his intentions then, that'll really help him with the stature and celebrity that he has now. Because now it's almost seeming like we can't take your message as serious because so many antics that surround it.
Are you jealous of Charleston White? And I mean that he could say some of the things that he says and still get that cosign of like he's for the children and he's for the.
Not at all, brother.
Yeah.
Not at all. That was I appreciate you for asking that question, but I can't name a human being that I'm jealous of, man. I'm authentically me, and I know that I'm walking in a lane that I'm perfectly fit for. So I'm not experiencing this traffic jam that other people experience in life because they're trying to walk in somebody else's lane.
I was just about to ask you, if another D1 came up and he was critical of you a little bit, say another D1 comes, and well, there can't be another D1 because you're the only D1, but another guy who represents the kind of same thing, same kind of message, but he's a little critical of you and saying, hey, I'm in gospel doing it. Why are you even over there in the rap thing? Like, we should be over here doing it. We should build our forest over here and bring people here. Get out of there. And he's critical of you. How would you take someone like that? Do you think you'll be receptive of him?
I would have to have an open ear to understand where are they coming from, what angle are they coming from, and is there some truth to it? Because I may need to grow in a certain area and self-reflect and say, dang, I'm glad that this got pointed out because I had a blind spot. We all got blind spots.
No, for sure.
You feel me?
For sure.
We all got blind spots. So it doesn't even have to be another public figure. If a fan in the comment section says something, I look at it, and I ain't gonna lie, I look at it and I ask myself, am I really that?
Right.
Or do they just totally have me twisted?
Right.
You know, and I could ignore it. I could ignore it if I'm like, that's just a hater. That's just a clown. That's a troll. That's a person who is legit speaking from a real place in
and
their
you
heart.
can tell because they'll put the people that put the long joint and not the just messy shit, like the long joint of, man, back in 2016 when I first started following you, man, it was and then 2019 when you finally did the such and such, I was right there and I said, man, I'm rooting for D1, but man, lately it's like, oh, he been on the ride with me. He a little different. He tapped in. Is he in on this? Like, does he know? Yeah. Or am I tripping? Like, you have to weigh that up.
Here's the goal.
Give me some wider ones, like way back, you know what I'm saying, where you see the equipment and shit. My bad, bro. I produced me a show like that. Yeah.
Here's the goal.
Huh? Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's my personal goal. As my platform grows, I want my message to get bolder, not more bland. You could get bolder or you could get blander.
Yes.
You heard me?
Yes.
I want the platform to continue to grow if God says the same, but I want to get bolder, not blander.
Right.
Not more lukewarm.
Right.
I want to have more of that light shining, more of that salt to where you could taste my flavor. You like, oh yeah, he one of them ones. Because with a massive platform, he's still not afraid to say what may be polarizing or unpopular. Now, it's a fine line to walk to make sure that you don't just become a person that's trying to reel off some spicy takes for some clicks.
Right.
Fine line to walk.
And that's a mean one.
That's a mean line to walk. That's a mean one to walk. And thankfully, I was popular before I ever picked the microphone up.